How is the year 2024 going to be for the Libra ascendants is what we are going to see in this video. So by now you know that all the predictions are on the basis of the ascendant, which is based on the time of birth, and it is not on the basis of your sun sign or your moon sign. And also you know that I'm doing it on the basis of 16 planet scientific astrology. So we are using more planets compared to the traditional astrology, so which means the accuracy chances are very high. And besides that, scientific astrology also means that there is nothing called as remedy in this world. Whatever you're supposed to be going through, you will go through. No amount of tantra, mantra, yantra can alter your life. So that is what my belief system is, and people who follow this form of astrology. And how do you know your ascendant? Simple. Go to greenstonlobo.com. There you will see a section called as free horoscopes. There you can enter your birth details, and the horoscope will get generated, and you'll require your time of birth actually for that. Okay, and once the chart is generated, then you can see under the planetary details, the first thing that you will notice is something mentioned as ascendant, and against that you will see a zodiac sign. So the zodiac sign mentioned there is your ascending sign or the ascendant. And then if you are a Libra ascendant, then you are listening to the right video. Okay, so let's get started. So first of all, I'm going to talk about all the challenges that a Libra ascendant person would face in this year, and then we'll look at the positives that a person would face. Okay, so let's start with the challenges first. I'm talking about the planet Y. The planet Y is your 12th lord, which is debilitated in the 3rd house. 12th house means troubles, issues. 3rd house means the mind. So what it simply means is that you're going to be going through a lot of mental unhappiness and frustration in this year. And very importantly, because you also have a weak planet in the 5th house, that is Shani, and in the 10th house, which is planet Z. Okay, so it wouldn't have been an easy year for you in the last 2 years, because your career was at a very low, because the planet Z is debilitated in your 10th house of career. 11th lord is weak in the 10th, means some of you would have even lost your job. Some of you would have been doing work which is thankless, no appreciation, nothing, no money, no raise, and you're doing some work which is really not so great. You are unhappy. You must be wondering, what am I doing? Okay, so that kind of a thing would have been there in the last 2 years, and it's only going to increase in this year. And with the coming of planet Y, it's only going to give you more frustrations, unhappiness, and sometimes a lot of worry, and even you need to mind your mind, because some people can go into even depression. Okay, having said that, let's focus on the positives. For some of you, it can also be, despite all of these trouble which has been there, this can be a very good year, because there are some positive changes that can come up. Okay, let's look into what they are. First of all, focus on the 9th house. 9th house, you have a planet X. 9th house is all about talking, teaching, training. Okay, now whatever planets I'm going to talk about right now, if they are in green color, then they will give you all the positive results. But if the planets are in red font, then they are going to give you challenging results. I'm not talking about the red circle or the red square. I'm talking about the font of the planet. Okay, so if planet X is in green color, then focus on something to do with foreign countries. There you can get some sort of a positive thing. Anything to do with teaching, training, advising, consulting work, you can really focus on that. You can get good results in that. And if your Uranus is strong in the chart, your 5th lord is exalted in the 7th house. So one thing that can really give you benefit is aligning yourself with somebody. Have a partner, somebody with whom you can work. Your own work may not give you great results, but if you're going to sort of partner with somebody else, you can probably get better results. And some of you, who have never been married, probably your chances of getting married is high. Probably there can even be a love or a romance that can come up in your life. And very importantly, I also have to talk about the Chiron, which is going to come up in this year. Chiron is a planet, it's mentioned as CH in your chart. If it is positive in your chart, it is going to come in your 7th house, and it's going to be something fantastic. It actually indicates your 10th lord of career coming into 7th house, which means more partnerships. So everything in this year is all about focusing on partnerships. Look at partners. If your Uranus is also strong, Chiron is also strong, it's all about you're going to create magic with somebody else. Join hand with somebody else and do something. Otherwise, if you are into anything to do with the artistic work, creative work, also it can be something which can come up good, or you can be impacting people with your ideas and thought processes. Okay, so which is looking good. Then I'm talking about Neptune. Neptune is strong in the 6th house. So if you are if your Neptune is strong, if you're somebody who's into anything to do with the numbers, data, analysis, finance, technology, you're going to continuously do that work very well. Okay. But if a Neptune is weak in the chart, then mind your health. Something to do with the stomach or the lower abdomen connected challenges can be there. You can have a back issue or some sort of a pain can be there. If you're a lady, then you need to be focused on your gynecological challenges. So then finally I'm coming to Pluto. Pluto is your second lord strong in the 4th house. So second house is money and 4th house is about real estate, land, property or even food. So if at all you are interested, if you are a person who is into sales or business development or bringing in the money role, you can expand that role and you can do well, okay. And at the same time, if you are also a person who is into food, if you have any kind of a affinity towards food or real estate, you can look for opportunities there. So these are some of the areas where it can work for you and you can get some results. But at the same time, if Pluto is weak in the chart, then a lot of trouble can be there in terms of family. Probably you bought a home, a real estate or a mortgage, is there which you have to for which the money is just going, like crazy, and you have to manage the expenses very well. Otherwise, you're going to lose more money. So manage your expenses very well. So that's it about the Libra ascendants. So every year is going to be, a mixture of positives and the challenges, and life is all about managing those troubles in life. And let's maximize all the positives and face those challenges head on and ensure that we beat them. So please do stay tuned into my channel, because I'm going to be doing a lot of videos in this year. Because this year is a very interesting year. There are going to be a lot of events that are going to come up. There's going to be it's going to be Olympic year. This is going to be a year where there are going to be 2 cricket World Cups. Okay, there is also going to be a football Euro. Okay, and there are about 40 countries which are going to go into elections. Okay, so and of course we have the great election happening in India, and don't forget that even USA is going to have its great election. So, and besides that, of course, I'm going to be talking a lot about financial astrology. I'm going to be making series of videos on which industries are going to do well, which are those businesses where if you put in your money, you're going to make more money, and which are those industries where you need to be very careful about, because you may lose money. And also don't forget that I also talk about the great troubled period which is going to come up very soon, the grey lizard patch. And by the end of this year, before the end of this year, I'm also going to be putting up videos where I'm going to be talking about what can grey lizard do to you, and how you can actually be prepared for that kind of an eventuality. Okay, so if I've given you enough salient features to tempt you to join this channel. If you're not done it so far, come on here, Karlu, hit that subscribe button so that you'll be tuned into all very, very interesting events and my views on those.